your reading for August. As you know, maybe you know, I don't know. If you are a subscriber and you follow me on YouTube, you may have known that in, I think it was the new moon card, no, not the new moon, full moon reading, I pulled a sneak preview of 3 basic cards on which I'm going to do the reading for your sign. So if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you consider subscribing, because sometimes I do giveaways, sometimes I do competitions, sometimes I do these sneak previews, sometimes I do unexpected readings. So maybe you are interested into subscribing, and just click the button. It's below here on, I think it's on this side of the screen, I never know. Or maybe it's this side, who knows. There's also a little alert bell, you can click that, and then you're alerted for when a new reading is going to come out, and then you don't have to worry about losing a reading. So Gemini, your cards that I had from Sneak Preview were Judgment, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Justice card. So to make this easier for you, I'm going to put the camera down, I'm going to put them on the table, and I'm going to give you the view that you can look like over my shoulder, because that's easier, because I'm going to pull a lot more cards. So here we go. Now let's see what other cards are going to come out for you. So under Judgment, we have the King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles with the Devil, and then the 2 of Wands with the Justice. So Justice is also like the balance too. And then 2 of Wands. Now I don't know, sorry, I needed to pull 2 more, so I'm going to, I don't know what this Devil card is doing here, but okay. Let's start at the beginning, because otherwise we get a little bit confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these a little bit down, so you can see better, but I'll pull the cards in. So Judgment, something is calling you to change, Gemini. And whenever that happens, when you feel called to change, and I don't know why you are feeling called to change, because of course everybody's life is different, so it depends on your personal context. And again, if Gemini, if you are a Gemini Sun, this is for you, but also if you're a Gemini Moon or a Gemini Rising sign. So, and if you're a Gemini Sun and you're not resonating with this reading, so have a look at your moon sign or your rising sign, and you can, if you don't know what that is, go to astro.com and fill in your birth details, and then you'll see a birth chart come up. And the moon is, of course, the ascendant is on the 9 o'clock, and you have to have your birth time, of course. And the moon sign is, yeah, a little moon, a little half moon, not a half moon, a quarter moon. So, but you'll see it. And then you know which sign your moon is in, and then you go and have a listen, because sometimes you will personify much more with those signs than with your sun sign. But here there is a calling to this is a better version of you that's arising. I feel this is already happening. This has been happening. So there is this better version of you arising and coming out. And I don't know in what area of your life. Maybe you're having better relationships, maybe you're having a better professional area of life, maybe something better. I feel this sometimes with Judgment, what happens is as well is you wake up to something that you know is not good for you, and there you make your changes. So this may have happened the month before, and now you're sort of, yeah, you're getting used to that new version of you, that better version of you. And I feel with this 8 of Pentacles, you're really focused on those changes that you made for yourself. Changes, maybe you have made practical changes in your life, really practical, because the 8 of Pentacles can be very practical, but it can also be that you have done, external changes. But I feel there's also an internal factor here because of the Judgment card. Now, you're also, what you're seeking is a little bit more balance in your life, a little bit more internal and external world coming together. Yeah, with the Justice, for sure, you're looking for that, because, and that's what you're focused on, because this has already been going on for a while, I'm guessing here. I feel like that has been, that this is really like the culmination now, and you're working to get that change, that inner change, inner change that has been working inside of you, to bring it outside in the outer world and to make those changes become visible in the outer world. Pentacles, earth element. So you want something that is tangible, that you can feel. And you're also looking for a little bit more balance. And I feel it's more balance between, the idea world, because you're an air sign, and that earth element that you're looking for, because earth and air, they don't really like each other very much in astrology. They really like not complementary. They're like complete opposites, and you're trying to balance that a little bit more, so to bring a little bit more of that earth element in your life. Now, because of all that change, I'm seeing this devil here, and this devil, of course, is, for me, is like the fear card, but also the holding on to the old ways. And it's not, I think this is an advice for you and a warning to you to not do that, to not hold on to the old ways. And that is in life in general. You are now a better version of yourself, and the old ways will pop up sometimes, and your old ways of being will be there. But that is not who you are anymore, because you have done a big inner process. You have gotten a wake-up call of some kind that makes you want to change. And so this devil is really sometimes the attachment to the old, or sometimes fear of the new. And I think here it's both. But don't be attached to the old. Let go of the old. Cut the old away with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is really sort of cutting here the umbilical cord between the old you and the new you. And there is a lot of discernment there. It takes a while. This is a process that is not going to be finished in August. No way. But you will, that new way of being is going to make you plan. It's going to make you creative, because of course you're going to get a little bit more balance in your life, and you're getting, the earth is here. Of course, once is about creativity. It is the fire element. It's starting something, and here you're planning something with your life. You're planning something new in your life, and you're really looking at that. But there is also looking back a little bit, and this card is facing that devil. So in a way, sometimes that devil will keep you from your plans, because the fear comes up or the attachment comes up. So watch out for that. I would just see this as a small warning. Don't, please, for God's sake, don't really put this devil here as the most important card, because it's such a frightening card, first of all. It's a dark card. But really see it as just, a reminder. Don't be upset. Don't hang on to the old. Don't be afraid of the new. Don't watch too much. And when this pops up, just leave him be. Just, get over that one. Because I feel that if you go with the devil, then that will bring sadness. That will bring disappointment in yourself as well. Because there has been that many change, and the change needs to be incorporated in you, and that takes a while. That's a process, and then you have this devil popping up. So please don't attach yourself to these cups that have fallen, but be aware of these two that are standing up, and these two that are standing up are really these two from the scales, are these two of wands. See how the theme goes in the twos. Yeah, and really focus on bringing more balance. Focus on your new ideas, your new plans, without letting this devil overrule or dominate you. That's the word I was looking for. Don't let him dominate you. Don't let your old attachments or your old fears dominate you, because that is not going to help you, Gemini. Because I feel that this card as well is like an advice card. It's reminding you as well that, listen, you have done this process. You are becoming this better version of yourself. And yes, you're working hard, you're focusing on that, and it's balancing, etc. But that is sort of being in a liminal state. It's a transitional state. It's like being on water and not seeing the shoreline yet, although the shoreline is there in the far end, if you can see really well here. But you're still on the water, you're still in the middle of the process. And this is also why I say that this is not something that is going to end with the end of August. It's not that delineated, it is not that time limited. So really that process is ongoing. And this card is like an advice card. Know and realize that you're in this transition period, and that will take time, and allow yourself that time to do that, because Gemini, you like to go from one and one and one and do that and that. But no, allow yourself the time to incorporate that new you and to sort of deal with that devil, because when you give yourself that time to really feel the transition and to really incorporate this better version of you, and then of course the balancing act that it is, the devil will be there. But if you go and you run from one thing to another, that devil is going to dominate you, because then you're really running from yourself. You don't want that. Fully embrace the transition part. And it's very funny because the transition, or that theme of, being in between, being in a liminal state, it was in the Taurus reading, it was in the Aries reading. So there's something in there. So, and really, if you think about it, we are in a liminal state at the moment in the world in general. So okay, so let's see what else, what cards are coming up as well here in the oracle cards. And I'm going to draw another one. Forgot to put the stone here, but not the end of the world. Okay, so I don't like it when my cards are not lying really neatly, but it happens. Anyway, dolphin spirit. This and that are true. Well, it feels like, the old you, that version of you was true, and the new you is true. But now it's bringing, incorporating both, because both are part of you, and both of you are true. Your old way of being and your new way of being, they are both true, and they can exist as a paradox maybe, but they are there. So I'm just going to have a look here in the booklet. So what does it say more, so I can give you a little bit more, or a little bit more concrete information. It's a reminder of duality. Now, of course, we have, look at this, all the duality. So we have here two figures, one coming out of the other. We have the balancing act, the two cups. We have duality here. We even have duality here in the devil, with these people, with the two people attached to the devil. So it talks about duality. The dolphin spirit is both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell, and another as well. The duality of life is presenting when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. So really, yes, there is, that is also that liminal state of being, that in-between being, because there many truths are true. Both this person is true, that person is true. Both the devil is there in you and is true sometimes, the attachments, yes, and the new you that is trying to balance and is trying to plan, that is true as well. So there is a lot of going on at the moment, so you'll feel that. Now, 46, the card is called Coming Apart. And I feel that this coming apart is needed for you to completely embrace the new version of you, because the old version of you is no longer serving you. Although it's, it is part of you, it's not going to completely disappear, because that's not the idea. The idea is not to be too attached to it. Just let me have a look here. It's not number 46. It's a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that's mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. You know, here, disillusion the old and letting the new out, trying to balance that, bring in to being that new you. It's all, you know, it's really the coming apart is just before the reaching the shore, the other side, before getting on land again. So that will also stir up fear. So this is for you, Gemini. I hope you like this reading. If you like this reading and if you want to give me feedback or if you have a question or a comment, just leave it in the comment box. I will be happily replying to you. Also be appreciative of you interacting with me. I love that. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. So if you haven't done so, you can do so now. Just click the button there and maybe click on the alert bell so that you know when new readings are going to come out, because I do many readings. There will be a professional reading coming up soon. I don't know whether that will be still in August or more towards the beginning of September. And that's then for the, I totally lost my track now, when I did the reading, the last reading for the third or the second trimester. So, well, I have to check on that. But there will be also weekly readings where you can choose a card combo, so you have a choice between 3. There will be coming a new moon reading, of course, and that's pretty soon, pretty much in the beginning, the first week of August, and a full moon reading in the 3rd week of August, I'm thinking here, if I think correctly, which I think I am, because sometimes I get confused, but that is normal. Anyway, thank you for being here, Gemini. Speak soon, click that alert bell, be alerted so you know new readings are out. Subscribe, like, and I think that there are going to be a competition or a giveaway coming up really soon in one of the weekly readings. So keep an eye out for that. Bye for now, Gemini.